It sounds strange at first. How could something as small as bleeding gums or bad breath be connected to something as personal as a weak erection? But for thousands of older men, the missing link between declining bedroom performance and overall health has been hiding in plain sight. The mouth. See, your mouth isn't just for eating or speaking, it's a gateway to your bloodstream. And when gum disease takes hold often silently, without obvious pain, it releases harmful bacteria into your body every single day. That bacteria doesn't just stay in your mouth, it travels, it flows through your bloodstream. And as it spreads, it creates inflammation, the silent killer of healthy circulation. Now, here's where it gets serious. The same small blood vessels that support erections, they're the first to suffer when inflammation rises. They narrow, stiffen, and struggle to let blood flow the way it used to. That's why even when everything else looks normal, your labs, your blood pressure, your diet, your body still won't respond like it should. Studies now show that men with advanced gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. That's not a coincidence. That's biology. So what do? You fight back, not just with a toothbrush and floss, but with a simple, powerful spice that's been used for centuries. Clove. Why cloves? Because clove oil is one of nature's most potent natural antiseptics. When you chew whole cloves, those antibacterial compounds go to work immediately neutralizing harmful bacteria in your mouth before it ever reaches your bloodstream. You might even feel it working, a warm, slightly tingly sensation as the oils coat your gums and tongue. That's not just flavor, that's healing. Over time, this small daily habit can do more than freshen your breath or stop bleeding gums. It can lower full-body inflammation, improve blood vessel function, and help restore the clean pathways your body needs for healthy circulation, including where it matters most. And here's the beautiful part. When your mouth is clean, your blood flows cleaner too. And when blood flows better, intimacy follows. Men who thought they were just getting old often discover it wasn't age, it was inflammation. Once they cleaned up the root cause, their confidence and connection came back stronger than ever. So tonight, when you reach for your toothbrush, reach for 2 cloves too. Chew them slowly. Let them coat your gums. Feel the warmth spread, and remind yourself healing doesn't always require something complicated. Sometimes, it starts in the smallest places, like your smile. Most men over 60 have been taught that change must be dramatic to matter. That if something doesn't work instantly, it's not working at all. But when it comes to reclaiming your vitality, the truth is more subtle and far more sustainable. The Clove method isn't a magic trick. It's a quiet invitation. An invitation for your body to remember what it once did naturally, when it wasn't under stress, inflammation, or daily exhaustion. So what can you expect when you chew just 2 cloves a day? Let's walk through it. In the first 7 days, the changes are often gentle. Almost imperceptibly yet they matter. You might feel a warm sensation in your chest or lower abdomen, a clearer mind in the morning. Or a subtle shift in your mood, like you're a little more present in your own skin. Many men say they finally sleep a little deeper, they wake up less groggy. Maybe, for the first time in a long time, they actually feel like going for a walk. These small wins are not random. They're the result of improved circulation, lowered cortisol, and better nervous system balance. All sparked by the natural compounds in Clove. By day 14, the momentum builds. Now, you're not just sleeping better, you're waking up differently, sharper, more grounded, and in some cases, with spontaneous morning erections that hadn't shown up in months, or even years. That moment when a man realizes his body is responding again without pills or pressure is often the emotional turning point. It's no longer about performance, it's about returning home to yourself. You start to carry yourself differently. Your posture improves. You speak with more certainty. Why? Because your body is no longer dragging you down. It's working with you again. Then comes day 30. This is when many men say, I feel like a different person. It's not just about sex, it's about energy, clarity, confidence, and a quiet kind of strength that shows up not in grand gestures, but in how you move through your day. Even if intimacy hasn't returned yet, something deeper has. Connection to yourself, your partner, and your purpose. All from chewing to little cloves a day. No side effects, no shame, just consistency. The truth is, the male body never forgets how to be strong. It simply needs permission and the right conditions to do so. So if you're in week 1, keep going. If you're at day 14, celebrate the spark. And if you've made it to day 30, know this: you've only just begun. Because this isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about restoring what was always there. The quiet, steady strength of a man who's alive, alert, and deeply at ease in his own body. If you've made it this far, it means something inside you is still alive, still reaching, still believing that your best years aren't behind you, they're waiting ahead, just in a different form. The truth is, aging doesn't mean fading, it means evolving. You're not broken. You're becoming. For decades, the world has told men to accept decline as inevitable, to quiet their needs, to stay silent about what's no longer working. But here's the lesson many discover too late. Silence doesn't heal, but small, consistent action does. Chewing a clove, breathing deeper, sleeping more soundly. These are not just habits. They're acts of self-respect. They are the building blocks of a new relationship with your body, your health, and your masculinity. Because at 60, 70, or even 8, it's not too late. It's never too late. Your body still remembers. And now, you know how to help it remember. So if this message spoke to you, even one part of it made you pause, take a moment right now to leave a comment below. Just type, "I'm ready" if you're committed to reclaiming your strength, one day at a time. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. Because this is just the beginning. We've got more natural tools, deeper wisdom, and honest conversations ahead, all crafted with you in mind. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin. And today, you did. Here's to strength, returning to mornings that feel full again, to a body that responds, a mind that's sharp, and a heart that stays open. This chapter of your life isn't about decline. It's about renewal. You are not alone. You are not past your prime. You are a man whose story still matters, whose power is only beginning to unfold. Stay strong, stay curious, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next video. Type "I'm ready" below if you're with me. Subscribe for more tools made for men like you. Your strength is coming back, one breath, one clove, one day at a time. There's no single rule, just consistency. Because the truth is, this isn't just about what's happening in your mouth. It's about reminding your body how to circulate, recover, and feel strong again using what nature provided, not what the pharmacy sells. So tonight, instead of scrolling your phone or reaching for that glass of wine, try chewing 2 cloves. Feel the warmth, feel the shift, and know you've just taken one quiet, powerful step toward coming back home to yourself. You've heard the saying, timing is everything. And when it comes to restoring your strength after 60, both physically and emotionally, couldn't be more true. The 60-second clove method isn't just about what you do. It's about when you do it. Because your body isn't a machine, it's a rhythm, a cycle of energy, rest, recovery, and hormone flow. And if you learn to work with that rhythm, not against it, you'll unlock results that go far beyond what any supplement can offer. Let's break it down. For most men I've worked with, the evening is the golden hour. That quiet space, usually about an hour before bed. When the house starts to settle, the phone stops buzzing, and your nervous system is finally willing to let go. That's the moment when chewing 2 cloves can do more than just open your blood vessels. It can send a powerful message to your body. It's safe to relax. It's safe to repair. Why does this matter? Because testosterone, the very hormone tied to your drive, energy, and sexual responses, mostly produced at night, during deep, uninterrupted sleep. If you're tossing and turning, waking up 3 times a night, or lying awake at 2 a.m. with your mind racing, your testosterone never gets a chance to rise. But when you chew cloves before bed, something shifts. The compounds inside Eugenol and beta-caryophyllene gently calm the part of your brain that regulates stress and sleep. Many men report falling asleep faster, dreaming more vividly, and waking up not just rested, restored. And guess what often returns? Quietly, without effort. Morning erections, not forced, not artificial, just your body coming back online like it once did. Now, if you're more of a morning person, there's good news too. Chewing cloves, first thing after waking, especially on an empty stomach, helps kickstart circulation. Think of it like stretching your internal wiring, warming up the bloodstream, flushing out stale energy, and setting a calm, alert tone for your day. You may feel more focused, less anxious, more anchored in your body, even without coffee. Some men also chew cloves before physical activity, a brisk walk, light strength training, even intimacy. Because when blood flow improves, so does presence, your ability to feel, to connect, to perform. But no matter the time of day, The most important thing is this: be consistent. This isn't a one-time fix or a magic trick. It's a daily signal, a habit, a ritual of reawakening. Over time, you'll start to notice subtle shifts: a calmer mood, deeper sleep, clearer thoughts, a stronger sense of control over your body and your energy. And those changes, they don't just improve how you feel, they reshape how you live. Because when your hormones work with you, not against you, everything gets easier. Your focus, your drive, your connection with your partner, and most importantly, your confidence. So, tonight, or tomorrow morning, whatever moment feels right, take 2 cloves, bite down, and breathe. You're not just chewing a spice, you're rewiring a system that's been neglected for too long. You eat right, you tried to stay active, you've even cut back on alcohol, or started taking supplements, yet something still feels off. Your energy is flat, your motivation flickers, and intimacy, it just doesn't feel the same. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. The real issue might not be your body, it might be your stress, the kind that builds up slowly, silently, over years. See, most men think of testosterone like a faucet, just need to turn it on. But few realize there's an opposing force working just as hard to shut it down: cortisol, the body's main stress hormone. And here's the hard truth: cortisol and testosterone can't thrive together. When one goes up, the other goes down. Think about each. Your body wasn't designed to handle chronic pressure. Back in the day, a stressful moment meant running from a bear or dealing with a short-term crisis. Your cortisol would spike, keep you alive, and then drop. But now, today, stress lingers. Worries about retirement, health issues, relationships, the state of the world. It's like carrying a backpack of bricks everywhere you go. And that constant pressure, it's quietly shutting down your hormonal power, your confidence, your desire, and your ability to feel present in your own skin. But here's the light in the dark: you can fight back, naturally, gently, powerfully. Clove isn't just some folk remedy for circulation, it's also a nervous system ally. Inside every clove is a powerful compound called beta-caryophyllin. What does it do? It binds 2 receptors in your brain that regulate safety and calm, the very same system that CPAP and other calming therapies target. In just minutes, chewing cloves can send a signal to your body: you're safe, you can let go. Many men describe feeling an immediate shift, a release of pressure in the chest, a slowing of their racing thoughts, a sense of coming back into their body after years of disconnection. That's not just emotional, that's biological healing. And when cortisol drops, testosterone finally gets the chance to rise again in its own, without forcing it, without pills, without side effects. It's like finally unclogging a pipe that's been blocked for years. Even better, this shift doesn't just affect your hormones, it touches everything. Your sleep gets deeper, your mood stabilizes, your morning energy returns, and slowly your body begins to feel yours again. This is the kind of change most men didn't think was possible after 60, but it is. And it starts not with a giant leap, but with a small ritual: a few cloves, a deep breath, a quiet evening. That's it. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to believe that your strength isn't gone. It's just been buried beneath too much noise. And with the right support, it can rise again. So the next time you feel that knot of tension in your stomach, or that quiet frustration in your chest, pause. Chew 2 cloves. Let them remind your nervous system what peace feels like. Because your body is listening, and it's ready to come back to life. There's one thing most men don't talk about. They feel it every single day: the broken sleep, the tossing and turning, the staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., wondering when the exhaustion will finally catch up to the peace. You fall asleep fast, only to wake up again. Or worse, you wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed. Here's the truth most doctors skip over: if your sleep is off, your hormones are off too. It doesn't matter how well you eat. It doesn't matter if you walk daily or take your vitamins. If your sleep is light, interrupted, or restless, your testosterone doesn't stand a chance. You see, the majority of testosterone production happens at night, specifically during the deep REM sleep cycle. That's when your body repairs, rebuilds, and resets. But when you don't hit that depth, or don't stay there long enough, your body starts every day from behind. And this shows up in the smallest but most personal ways: low energy in the morning, weak or absent morning erections, mood swings or mental fog, that slow, dragging feeling that never seems to go away. But here's where a forgotten spice comes in. Not as a miracle, but as a natural reset: chewing 2 whole cloves. About an hour before bed has helped countless men finally reconnect with real, nourishing sleep. Why? Because cloves contain two powerful compounds, Eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, that don't just support circulation. They also help calm the nervous system, ease the mind, and reduce the cortisol stress hormone levels that block deep rest. Think of it this way. Every night your body is trying to drop into deep sleep, but stress, screens, and shallow breathing keep it hovering at the surface. When you chew cloves, you gently signal the body, it's safe now, you can let go, and men feel it. Many say they start dreaming, again deep vivid dreams, like they haven't had in years. They wake up clearer, more energized, more themselves. And over time, something even more remarkable begins to happen. Testosterone starts to rise naturally, asterisk. Not from a pill, not from injections, but because your body is finally getting what it needs to produce it on its own. That's the power of sleep. And that's the quiet brilliance of cloves. You may not feel a dramatic shift after the first night, but give it a week, let your system catch its rhythm, and you'll likely begin to notice more than just better sleep. You'll feel a return of something deeper, your vitality, your calm. Your strength. So tonight, skip the screens, chew to cloves, lie back, breathe deeply, and let your body remember what real recovery feels like. What if I told you that the answer to better circulation, deeper sleep, and even stronger intimacy might be hiding in your spice rack? No prescriptions, no gimmicks, just one overlooked ingredient with centuries of silent power. For decades, men over 60 have been told to accept decline as inevitably as energy, weaker erections, foggy mornings. But what if the real problem wasn't age, but neglecting what your body still remembers how to do? I'm not here to sell you another miracle pill. I'm here to remind you of something your grandfather might have known, a simple spice, smaller than your thumbnail, that modern science now confirms can support blood flow, testosterone, and even emotional well-being. And the best part, it takes just 60 seconds a day to feel the shift. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why chewing whole cloves, yes, the same clove you've seen sitting untouched in your pantry, can naturally widen your blood vessels, reduce stress, hormones, fight off silent inflammation, and rekindle that quiet strength within you. Stick around, because what you'll learn might not just improve your next few days. It could change how you feel in the next few decades. It usually starts with a quiet sigh. A man maybe in his late 60s or 70s sits down and says, "I just don't feel like myself anymore." He's not talking about six-pack abs or bench pressing at the gym. He's talking about something deeper. The quiet confidence, the sense of connection, the ability to feel truly present with his partner, in his body, and in his masculinity. And the truth is, millions of men feel the same way, but no one's talking about it. What if I told you that the answer to all that might be sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now? A simple spice your grandfather may have used, that science now shows holds the key to circulation, hormone support, and emotional balance. That spice is clove, and the secret inside it, a natural compound called Eugenol. Now, don't let the fancy name throw you off. Eugenol is what gives clove its strong, warm scent. But more importantly, it's what makes your blood vessels open up and your body come back online. You see, after 60, blood flow tends to slow down, not just to the heart, but everywhere, including down there. That's why erections feel weaker, why energy drops, why it's harder to connect physically. But Eugenol works as a natural vasodilator. That means it gently relaxes your blood vessels, as the small ones that feed your sexual organs, allowing more oxygen-rich blood to circulate, not with chemicals or side effects, just through your body's natural pathways. In fact, many men describe a subtle warmth returning to their lower body after chewing just 1 or 2 cloves. Some say it feels like clarity. Others call it grounding. But the message is the same. Something's coming back to life. The real beauty of clove, though, is how fast it works. When you chew it, especially on an empty stomach or in the evening, the oils absorb directly into the bloodstream through the soft tissues in your mouth. There's no digestion delay, no need to wait hours, and within just a few minutes, the effects begin. For some men, it's better focus. For others, it's improved sleep. But for many, it's that quiet return of strength they hadn't felt in years. And here's the deeper truth most men don't hear. Your body hasn't forgotten how to feel, it's just waiting to be given the right signals again. Clove is one of those signals. This isn't about fixing you. You're not broken. You're simply aging in a world that forgot to teach you how to age well. nature hasn't abandoned you. It left clues like this little brown spice waiting to be rediscovered. So before you reach for another bottle of pills, or resign yourself to this, is just how things are. Try giving your body 60 seconds of intentional care, because sometimes the smallest actions bring back the biggest parts of who we are. You're not imagining it. You're not alone. And, most importantly, you're not broken. For many men past 60, things begin to change. You might notice it in the bedroom first. What once felt effortless now requires effort or doesn't happen at all. And here's the truth, most doctors won't say plainly, it's not just about testosterone, it's not just about aging, it's about circulation and stress. You see, your erection isn't powered by hormones alone. It's driven by blood flow, and more specifically, by the health of the tiny blood vessels that supply your sexual organs. Over time, especially after decades of stress, processed foods, high blood pressure, and silent inflammation, those vessels start to stiffen. Imagine trying to blow air through a collapsed straw. That's what your body is dealing with. The pipes are there, but they're narrow, rigid, and sometimes even inflamed. The result? Less blood flow, less performance, and a growing sense of frustration. But here's the good news. It's reversible. Your body isn't shutting down, it's trying to adapt. And if you give it the right tools, it can begin to open those vessels back up and restore the circulation you thought was gone. That's where Clove comes in. Remember the compound Eugenol we mentioned earlier? It doesn't just open your vessels, it reconditions them. Think of it like cleaning a rusty pipe, restoring the smooth interior so blood can flow freely again. Eugenol gently stimulates nitric oxide production, the same chemical pathway medications target, but without the synthetic shock to your system. And because cloves are chewed, not swallowed as pills, the effects begin right in your mouth. The oils travel into your bloodstream within seconds, reaching your circulatory system quickly and naturally. But there's another reason why this tiny spice makes such a big difference: stress. Most men don't realize how much chronic tension is destroying their ability to feel. When cortisol, the stress hormone, is constantly elevated, testosterone gets suppressed. That's basic biology. They can't coexist at high levels. You've probably felt this firsthand. You're worried about finances. You're frustrated by aging. You feel disconnected. That pressure builds in the background, quietly wearing down your masculinity. But Clove has a hidden gift. It contains beta-caryophyllene, a natural compound that communicates with your brain's endocannabinoid system, the part that regulates safety, calm, and peace. When this system is activated, your nervous system begins to unwind. Cortisol drops, and when stress finally takes a back seat, testosterone can begin to rise naturally, not forcibly. For many men I've worked with, that moment of letting go of tension, shame, pressure is when the real healing starts. And with better blood flow, reduced inflammation, and a calmer nervous system, the pieces begin to come back together. You may not notice it overnight, but one morning, you wake up feeling different. Not 20 again. Not invincible, but alive, present, capable. And for many men, that's more than enough. So if you've been wondering, is this just how life is now? The answer is no. There's more in you. There always has been. Sometimes it just takes a small act of Clove between your teeth. A few minutes of stillness too. Remind your body what it was built to do. Asterisk, you don't need a prescription. Don't need to sit awkwardly in a doctor's office or wait in line at the pharmacy. And you definitely don't need another product making promises it can't keep. What you do need is a moment, just 60 seconds, a few whole cloves, and a little intention. That's it. That's the entire method. No gimmicks, no supplements, no superfood trends. Just one simple habit that, when done right, can trigger powerful changes in your circulation, hormone levels, and even emotional well-being. So how does it work? Here's exactly what to do. Step 1. Choose your cloves. Head to your kitchen or local grocery store. Look for whole dried cloves, not the powdered kind you use in pies, but the small nail-shaped buds. If possible, go for organic, but don't worry, any fresh, good quality clove will work. Step 2. Take 2 or 3 cloves. You don't need a handful. 2 or 3 whole cloves are plenty for most men. Place them in your mouth. Toward the back molars where your chewing is strongest. Step 3. Gently bite and hold. Now, here's where the magic begins. Gently bite down until you hear a soft crack. Don't chew aggressively. Let the oils release into your mouth and mix with your saliva. Breathe slowly through your nose. Relax your shoulders. Just be present. Hold the cracked cloves in your mouth for 30 seconds, letting the warming sensation build. That's eugenol and beta-cryophyllene. Getting to work relaxing your blood vessels, calming your nervous system, and entering your bloodstream directly through your oral tissues. Step 4. Slowly chew after 30 seconds of holding. Begin to chew slowly for another 30 seconds. Don't rush. Let the flavor deepen, the oils spread, and the absorption continue. You can swallow the remnants, or spit them out when finished. Both are fine. It's the chewing and oil release that matter most. Step 5. Listen to your body. Many men report feeling a warm flush in the chest or lower body. Others notice clearer thoughts, improved breathing, or a sense of calm. These subtle signals mean it's working. Your body is responding to something it's been missing for years. But this isn't a one trick. It's a daily habit, a ritual. And the longer you do it, the more momentum you build. When should you do it? For most men, the best time is in the evening, about an hour before bed. That's when your body begins winding down and preparing for hormone recovery. Some also like to chew cloves first thing in the morning, especially on an empty stomach. It can give a gentle lift without caffeine and sets a calm, alert tone for the day. Others use it before intimacy or exercise because yes, it can support performance and stamina when timed right.